In other news, it looks like they got a new sidewalk going in here at the law enforcement center. Looks fairly new anyway. New to me. But St. Paul's, that incident I was at to, that shooting on Raspberry Island earlier, St. Paul's about to do a presser on what they're going to release to the public shortly.
Yeah. Well, it's not my fault she's late.
Technically, she's got 8 minutes.
I know, right? I was shocked the other day. I was at something.
I don't know where they're going to set up tonight. I think they usually like to do it in front of the sun.
How's it going?
Not too bad, how are you guys?
Nobody listens.
Sounds good. Let me know if you guys need me.
Homicide, robbery, senior commander parking only. Wonder if they abide.
Delete that stuff. It's, it's because they're moving on to somewhere else. Yeah.
It's the e-commerce zone right here.
Look, I hear somebody's car. better.
It is nice that copies like that, but man, the depths are so hard. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like inverse the thing. So yeah, anytime there's water up top or whatever, like it sucks, man. Yeah, except I'm finding a lot of the stuff like they're like in the mountains, like in the things, because I'll get up top and it'll be like shrine down below, and then I gotta walk all the way
Find the cave.
to find the cave to get in and to walk all the way back. It's like, oh, pass. But like I said, I only got 19 left. Still on sale? Starfield. Everybody's raving about it. Comes out in September. Yeah, no, I got that Game Pass, so I'll download a bunch of games and play them. So It's like some random citizen showed up.
Is everybody ready? In white balance? All right. I'll start with my name. Everybody can tell me if their sound is working while I'm doing that. My name's Sergeant Mike Ernster. That's Ernster. I'm the Public Information Officer for the St. Paul Police Department. I think everybody's pretty good. Yep, everybody good. Okay, I'm here to talk about a shooting that occurred earlier this evening and resulted in the death of one person. Our investigators are just beginning to work through witness statements, and the job of evidence collection is just beginning in this case. We don't have a lot of answers yet. But I can tell you that just after 9 p.m., our officers were called to Raspberry Island, which is located at 2 South Wabasha Street, on a report of a shooting. When officers arrived, they located an adult male victim suffering from an apparent gunshot injury. Our officers provided medical aid until St. Paul fire medics arrived and transported the victim to Regents Hospital. But unfortunately, he was pronounced dead at the hospital. Our officers secured the scene and began to identify any witnesses who may have seen what occurred out there. Preliminary information indicates that a group of people had gathered on Raspberry Island tonight around 9 p.m. And an altercation occurred. And during that altercation, shots were fired and the victim was struck. Our investigators will be working through the evidence and through witness statements, trying to determine who's responsible for this crime. But I can tell you that our forensic services unit will be processing the scene for any physical evidence, and we'll also be looking for any video evidence in the area that would tell the story of what occurred out there. But mostly, we need people to call us. We know that there were several people on scene. The scene was described as chaotic as officers were arriving. We know that there's people out there that know what occurred, and we need them to call us. If they do not feel comfortable calling us, I would ask them to call a family friend or anybody they trust, maybe a pastor. We just need that information to get to us somehow. They can call us by contacting investigators at 651-266-5650. We'll be working with the Ramsey County Medical Examiner to positively identify the victim and determine his exact cause of death. This information and any other updates on this case will be released on the St. Paul Police Department's Twitter account as it becomes available. Keeping in mind we're early on in this investigation, I'll take some questions, but we are still trying to determine some of the facts ourselves at this point, so I don't know how much I'll have to answer. This is our 23rd homicide of 2023.
Age range for the victim?
We'll be working with the Ramsey County Medical Examiner to positively identify him. I don't want to preemptively identify him, and maybe we're in the process of notifying family and things like that. We want to let that process play out, and we don't want to get ahead of it at all. So I'll withhold the preliminary identification or even an age range.
Was the incident about music, loud music?
It's possible that was talked about when officers were arriving, but our investigators are going to work through those witness statements, and hopefully we can try to get a firm grasp on what this altercation was over. It definitely could play into it, but we're so early on into this, and investigators are still talking to people, that it'll hopefully be determined down the road, and that truth will come out.
Do we know if the victim and the suspect might have known each other at all?
Same thing. It's another set of facts that we want to determine. Hopefully when we can identify a suspect, we can kind of start answering those questions. These are all things that our investigators are looking for themselves. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So this is the public release. And that's all we know for now. How did I hear about it? I was live streaming. My previous live stream, at the end of it, I was actually at the island for a while. And I overheard some people talking there about what had happened. So that's why they're being stingy with the details, it seems like. But that's just my opinion.